Ubisoft Connect didn't even ask if it wanted to make any changes to my device this time, like it usually does, like a whole bunch of times. The last time I streamed this game, I was like, you know, I think right around the corner I'm gonna start a new playthrough. I think it's gonna be Ghost of Tsushima, and I start... do I have display capture on or something? Like, no, I don't. It's just game capture shows the FPS now. It didn't used to. Usually when you see the FPS counter in the top left, that usually means that I have, like, display capture on by accident, just show, like, my full screen. But no, game capture is showing, like, the FPS tracker thingamabob. And I kind of like having it, but I also kind of like having it so that it's, like, not on the screen, and then I have to constantly, like, crop it out on every thumbnail I ever do. Like, it's not that much I have to crop out, so it's not a big deal, but, like, I am a little curious about it. Like, I've never gone into a setting to turn it on or off. Like, I've just gotten used to having that on, like, across, like, Odyssey and Valhalla. I don't remember if I did with, like, Origins as well. Whatever, I'm just hopping in and I'll figure something out later. But yeah, my week was pretty alrighty. Survived well enough here. My getup here has changed a little bit. I don't actually have a lot of work stuff right now, quite frankly. So I didn't really have a whole lot going on during this week, honestly. Because, like, while my job has been, like, really good during my university years to provide, like, part-time work on the side, like, have a place to study, go to my desk, study a little bit, do a little bit of work stuff, log some hours, stuff like that. The study that we're doing, we're wrapping up a study for a new drug to help those with celiac disease. Hopefully, if the results are conclusive. The study's wrapping up. Like, the actual research study, well, what would be the proper term for it? The part where we had, like, all the participants doing stuff and sending us data that we're compiling and stuff. That's all done. That's where most of my hours into that went in. So now it's just... Oh, that was a cat. I thought it was some weird messed up seal. So, you know, lately I've been working a little bit on, like, some data analytical stuff, just some basic things. I've been learning a whole lot about charts with Excel. But there's not really a whole lot of other work for me because the study is wrapping up. So I've been doing things like sorting out, like, the archive of both, you know, this study and a bazillion other studies, and logging what's all in there, and whatever miscellaneous other tasks, but there really isn't a whole lot of other stuff for me. So I'm just kind of, like, job hunting like crazy right now. So I have a pile of papers behind me now. I have this stack. Because I went to, like, a career fair, well, if it follows me. And of course you go to a career fair, talk to anyone there, and they're like, here, take this pamphlet about, like, our job and stuff. So now I just have, like, this pile of papers here that I probably shouldn't have just let fall everywhere. And I've just been, like, going around from site to site looking at, like, what kinds of positions are open and turning in, like, applications all over the place. So that's been my week. So I've been home most of the week. Wow. If I grabbed it, I got pamphlets under my desk now. Ah, that was such a bad mistake. Here, just off to the side. I'll deal with it later. So I haven't exactly been, like, working a whole lot lately. I've mostly just been, like, turning in, like, a bazillion applications all over the place. This is kind of what I've been doing. So yeah, that's life here lately. There's not really a massive ton of stuff going on. I repaired my 3D printer. It's been broken for a little while. I did that yesterday. I reached out to my cousin and asked about the issues, saying, like, do you think that I should, since he's the one that built that machine, ask him, do you think I should replace the cable that broke or just, like, solder it back on? And he was like, it's probably still a fine cable. Like, just go ahead and solder it back on. So I used a soldering gun that my dad got me for, like, Christmas a couple of years ago. First time ever using it. And soldered that cable back on there so that it can actually properly heat up again. And this is, like, the third or fourth print or something like that I've done since getting it repaired yesterday. And I'm kind of seeing if, like, my cable holds up, honestly. I am a little bit worried about it coming off there. It is kind of like a big clump of solder that's keeping it on there. So essentially, so that was one fun thing from recently here. So essentially, the cable that broke off was one that you can't even see. It's on, like, the back plate there, because the plate has to get hot too to, like, make sure that the print stays on there. So there's a cable attached to the back of that plate that heats it up. And one of those cables broke, and so the bed couldn't get hot, and so the printer wouldn't work, because it needs that surface, that big flat surface there to be hot. And I think that back and forth motion, considering it needs to do that for one of the axes of movement, probably slowly wore it out over time until it eventually came off, because it is just constantly going back and forth, that whole bed. So after a couple of years of doing that, it's like, yeah, that sounds like something that would eventually break it off there. So I think it was just wear and tear over time. And I'm really, really hoping that I got it on there good and not like loosely, and it's not ready to fall off again like immediately after because of that continuous back and forth motion that could like slowly wear it out / get it loose. So I'm really hoping that it's a-okay here is what I'm kind of hoping for. So yeah, and there's gonna be a little bit of 3D printing on the side. What the heck are you doing, my guy? A little bit of 3D printing on the side going on here tonight, because I suddenly want to get like a whole bunch of things printed for reasons that I'll talk about here shortly. Last time I streamed, well, first and foremost, I was wearing a different getup, but I found out that fashion armor does exist in this game. You just have to go to the blacksmith and like pay to make certain armor look like other armor. It's not just a quick thing that you can do like in Odyssey. So I was looking through the different armors, and I kind of liked the Raven Clan armor. So I got set up like that. Like, I just don't like the look of the other ones quite as much. So I got set up in this so I can look kind of cool. And I looked up, like, is this, like, the armor that I'm gonna want to stick with for, like, most of this playthrough? Is it worth investing into? Because resources, you know, you don't exactly get a massive, massive ton of them. So would it be worthwhile to invest into this? Or should I get, like, another set of armor that I want to use throughout this whole playthrough and then use that instead and start investing in that? And I looked up all the armor sets in this game, and some are pretty alrighty. There's nothing that's like so game breaking. There are some that I could consider using but wouldn't be able to get them for like so long anyway, like some DLC ones. So it's like, I may as well just start investing in these in that case, is what I should probably do. The lava burst on heavy finisher doesn't always set people on fire, so I thought about going and getting like the ability to set my weapon on fire. But apparently how I get that is I turn in medallions that I think I get by, like, killing people on this chart. It was called order medallions. I have to turn them into Hytham, whatever his name was, of the assassin MLMs. And then he'll give me, like, the ability to set my weapon on fire. So, like, I'll do that to chain it with my armor at some point later. I don't know. And I looked up just before starting the stream out of curiosity. Does Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Valhalla have multiple endings? Is it like Odyssey, where I need to, like, complete several different quest lines? And the immediate first thing that came up said that there were 6 endings to this game, but not as in like 6 different finales. It sounds like there's a good one, a bad one. Sounds like there's a modern day ending, which would just go hand in hand. Apparently there is an ending with this, so like that's gonna be fun. And stuff that said like Ragnarok ending or something like that, or whatever the heck ending. I don't know. There was some other endings. I'll just keep on playing for now and see what happens. Hopefully I don't accidentally get like a bad ending. I'm sure that you probably wouldn't be able to accidentally, most likely. I don't know. Oh look, it finished. I might start the next one. I might start the next thing about during the cutscene here. But yeah, hello vintage vagabond. Vagabondier. Man, I should play more Assassin's Creed. Last one I played was whichever one was on the PS3. That could be a lot of them actually. Forgot the name, but there was like a race against an NPC in Italy you never got past. Okay, that was probably Assassin's Creed 2 in that case. A lot of them are really good. I don't think I would recommend some of these modern ones. Like, if you want a game that's like, here's a massive world with like so much stuff to do, if that's up your alley, then I guess I would recommend games like Valhalla and Odyssey, some of the recent ones here. But if not, like, it's... I much prefer to have, like, much more condensed, like, solid experiences that are not gonna take, like, 100+ hours to get through, is what I kind of like. So, if I had to recommend any Assassin's Creed game, it would be Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, which would also be available on the PS3, I believe, because it was the next major one, Unity, that was on the PS4, and Rogue, if you count that, on the PS3. Black Flag is, like, one of my favorite games ever. It's, like, such an amazing open-world game, where there's a lot of stuff to do, but you can also kind of, like, bum rush the main objective if you want. It's not that big a deal. And there's, like, stuff to do along the way that's genuinely fun, just, like, battling other ships, boarding them, battling the opposing crew, and just, like, taking all their loot and stuff like that. It's just a simple, fun kind of thing, and it's a fun kind of world to explore. And the story I actually kind of like. After Black Flag is where I feel like things kind of started to go a little bit downhill. Black Flag 2 and Brotherhood are probably my favorite Assassin's Creed games. These modern ones I'm not as big on. I'm going through them in order. I'm playing all the Assassin's Creed games on this channel in order. there's things I like about them for sure, but I mean, we'll see how I feel about this game at the end. There's a lot to do, but like I feel like it's gonna start to get repetitive because I've definitely felt that with Odyssey here. But yeah, and hello Delta Thingy. Hi there, just recently got over being pretty badly sick. How's it going? Well, I'm glad to hear that things are going better there after being sick. Things are going pretty alrighty here. I might queue up like another print here really quickly. Let me just like, wow, uno momento. Let me, hold on. I'll do this while these cutscenes are playing out. At the end of last stream, I started like a cutscene that was like everyone gathering in the hall and Eivor being like, hey, we've made all these friends. And then some dude in the audience, Dag, being like, what? You're like taking your adopted bro's glory. Like, what the heck? That's messed up. And me defending myself. And then there was like an attack that started and then I died. And then it was like late at night. So I was like, oh, I'll just do this next time. So I can just like set up the next print here really quickly while these cutscenes are happening, which, you know, is a bit of a repeat for anyone that was at the end of last stream, but hey, you get a little bit of a last time on Dragon Ball Z kind of thing, Bob here. After we do this, and then there's a cutscene that happens, and then don't mind me as I just pledge complete. Do this. I'm printing seed starter basins. These are the things that hold like 9 little pots in a 3x3 that are great for like starting seeds in. This is what this is here. So this just finished after like, I don't know, 7-8 hours, something like that. Here. Let's put that there. I'm gonna start another one. This is what I'm gonna do. I guess there's this cutscene first, and then there's like the big celebration thing, Bob. Let's put a little bit of plastic in my trash can here. This is what I do.
Give us a summary of our recent gains, for instance. The clan is thirsty for knowledge.
Oh, do I have to?
You want me to give
a thing? Not yet. I sure don't. Hold on.
Right.
Or am I just gonna do that at like the big gathering that I know is about to happen, and then we're gonna be attacked by I honestly don't remember who. Quite frankly.
My friends, hearken to me and hear a tale of triumph and toil.
Oh no, this is the big gathering. I've
okay. Traveled far since we landed and seen much on the roads and fields of this new England.
Bear with me here.
For all my travels, strong alliances have we
I didn't realize that print was as close to finishing as it was, and then I'd be doing this at the start of the strip.
Friend. And to the south, Soma Jarlskona.
Yeah, that's the guy that gets all mad at me.
Have pledged their oath to us. By Sigurd's hand and my own, we have strengthened the ties of...
You seat yourself as Sigurd's equal in these tales of yours.
And I'm 3D printing a whole bunch right now because an opportunity came up to actually, like, set up a small booth at a gardening event and sell, like, 3D printed stuff related to gardening here. Yeah, I think that's what I said before here.
But I will not shy from the triumphs. I have fairly won, Dag. Let glory
Let's see here. And then I want to print another one of those.
That means me, so be it. If that means you, any of you, all the better.
Go.
And so I raise my horn. First to Sigurd. May he return
should be pretty much at the ready to go again.
And to the Raven clan.
Should be the case. But yeah, I'll elaborate on that here shortly. Is the case. So yeah, I'm so I kind of want to start 3D printing a whole bunch of stuff and get like inventory. And that's why I'm printing tonight. That and seeing if my electrical work doesn't fall apart. We'll see here.
But it would explain your boldness.
Yeah, look, I look cooler now. Yeah, and he's all mad at me.
And I see before me one eager to claim a piece of Sigurd's glory.
He's all ticked off. Let's enjoy the feast.
If you're not yet drunk, you should be. This is a
Say something different than last time.
Of Sigurd's leadership. Enjoy it.
Just as I thought. You're
attackers from the river.
Yeah, and then oh, it's the Danes that don't like us that come to attack us. Let's see if I don't have the Ghost of Tsushima controls in the back of my head now and end up misinputting in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if I did. I did switch my controls in Ghost of Tsushima from, like, light attack, heavy attack to light attack, heavy attack on the bumpers to coincide with this. I was about to say, like, the buttons that they were, but, you know, I'm playing that with a PS5 controller. I'm playing this with an Xbox controller, so why did I randomly get raw materials? Alright, defend the settlement. So at least that remains consistent, just for the sake of, like, not messing me up. Stomp. And then, whoops. But yeah, the dodge button is, like, the complete opposite one. Where it's, like, square here, as opposed to B as, like, the equivalent PlayStation controller button. Where that would be circle. In that case, there. Oh my god. Dang it, I keep on pressing B trying to dodge. Stop. I am gonna miss input now that I have Ghost of Tsushima on the mind. So, yeah, let me do that really quickly. I'm gonna throw this here. I'll do this for now. You can see, like, the beginning of the print here. Carry? Why would I want to carry? So I'm just telling it to print another basin. Okay. Okay, stop. How about I, like... Oh, I didn't set up my sound effects. I forgot to do that. Hold on. I gotta navigate... Oh, it's just gonna do that. I gotta navigate really quickly. I think it's just in my Odyssey folder, because that's, like, the game that I first got this set up. Custom scripting. I think it's just called soundeffects.ahk. And I don't think I have anti-micro running. That's the thing that actually reads my inputs here. There we go. And then auto hotkey that plays the sound effects. There we go. Let's try it now. No. No. What the heck? For whatever reason, Anti-Micro is saying that I don't have anything set up for it, even though it's literally loaded the config that I set up for it. Try opening it again properly. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Alright, just give me a hot second here, and I'm just gonna set up this half of my script all the way from scratch, just really quickly here. Advanced, set selector, set 2 while held. There we go. So we're gonna switch to set 2 while held, and then on set 2. Yeah, that is still set up when I hit A, F12. So now if I do this, the kick inputs. Yeah, it's loud. Holy crap. Okay, it's gonna do some goofy sound effect anytime I kick somebody now. Okay, so, you know, bear with me here. Stomp. Wow, he really likes throwing his stuff. He's looking like the trickster in Dead by Daylight is what he kind of looks like. What? While he's on fire. Okay. But yeah, so I can just do this now, and I can do this. Like, you don't need to be seeing the 3D print the whole time. Just know that that's going on there, and we can check on it from time to time for funsies. Wow. Stop. That is so dang mean. Okay. Throw a weapon. I don't know who I just threw that at. Is there any other random crap on the ground I can throw? Imagine if I could throw that shield. Wow! He went flying. I almost hit the Ghost of Tsushima button by accident. I did hit parry there, but I think I was still on the end leg from my attack. Well, there goes, like, all my health. I can't recover it anymore unless I do that. Because of the fire. Alright, if you guys... Why do I keep getting set on fire? From what? I am nowhere near the burning building. Like, I know it's a Ubisoft game, but, like, holy crap. Okay, you want up? I'll help you up. Just kidding, sit back down.
Who sent you to die here? We are
Okay.
by the gods.
I guess I'll pick you up. What's this? Oh.
Kill any who
Okay,
stand in
well,
your way.
I guess someone smoke bombed. The Blood Vikingear? Is that what that says? Whoa,
Your clan is as weak
gotta
as
remember
their
I can
trade.
lock on. I can't
We
do
will
that in
take
Ghost of
it
Tsushima.
all.
Who's shooting
You've
arrows and
seen
from where?
nothing
Where are they
of our
coming from?
strength.
Oh, are they shooting at us from up there? Or over there? Where? They're coming from somewhere here.
Their will to the longhouse. Break the walls down.
Okay, well, they're being kind of mean here, aren't they? Dang it.
No survivors.
What? Really?
Burn them to the ground.
No, ow. I don't know, get, like, the shoulder instead then. Maybe I really should just start playing this game with mouse and keyboard so I can aim better. Throw a weapon, did that say? Bonk. What? He got sent that way, apparently. Whoa, what the heck? Okay, oh my god.
So long, Bowser.
Right into the post.
Is that the last of them?
The rivers are clear. If more were coming, they thought better of it.
By their colors and markings, I believe they come from Geatland. But with none left alive to spill their secrets, we may never know why.
Here is one. This vermin was crawling to the river, hoping to float away.
Have mercy, friend. And you may find an ally with us.
Mercy is earned by the quickness of your tongue. Where do you come from, and what is your quarrel with us?
We are settled in East Anglia. Newly arrived and hungry for silver.
You drifted off course. This is Mercia.
As we were ordered.
By whom?
You bore me.
Useless hound. Scratching your ass in search of silver. Put an end to this one.
Your silence earned you no kindness, Geet. So I'll ask you once more. Who sent you?
The wind sent us. And the rivers will take us home.
He begs for death, Eivor. Give it to him.
Or send him home with a warning. Let him tell his people what death awaits them, should they sail this way again.
I know Dag alright doesn't like me, and that might be a little bit of a lost cause. Plus, if we can ward off future attacks, it makes sense, so I'm gonna say free him.
And do not return.
I thank you.
This is not mercy. It is death deferred. Whoever sent you warned them of the slaughter that awaits should any return.
Oh, what tales I will tell.
Send one of your scouts to follow him. We will find...
To show mercy would endanger us, soil our reputation as cowards. This was the only end possible.
We could have learned something by tracking him. Now we know nothing.
Sigurd would have acted as I did. That is all the justification I need.
Sigurd is not here to make such a call, but I am. And if you cross me again, you will know about it.
I see you, Eivor. And I know what you are.
Put no stock in what Dag says. His bluster may be loud, but it blows softly.
Get this cleaned up, and we'll talk of next steps.
Yeah, he really doesn't like me. It would seem. What a pleasant morning.
Message has come.
Uninvited guests. New alliance. A new territory is available to forge an alliance. Might as well do the one that I missed before.
In this turbulent land. But my vision of fire still troubles me.
What vision of
Eager to
fire?
rest beneath my dear old tree. I've always
Raven and
found
the
peace
Cuckoo.
there in
Cuckoo?
the
I don't know. Like, vision of fire being, like, the one at the beginning of the game that said he would betray Sigurd? I don't remember there being much fire in that one. Or the one that looked like it was a DLC one. I can do a thing now. What was I going towards? I don't even remember. Was there anything that I wanted, like, that's right attached? Yeah, so I guess I don't really need that for parries. I don't think. Wasn't I working towards something down here? And I don't need... Yeah, this right here. The thrill of war. Vikings live for the fight. Gain adrenaline as long as you remain in conflict. Yeah, that I very much wanted. Apparently some of these nodes give, like, more adrenaline notches. And I was gonna look into how to, like, find those between sessions as well. And I think I started looking, and I couldn't find, like, a clear answer online. And then I just never really looked super deeply into it. So, yeah. Tense range. Range? I can't words. What? Ignore hit interruptions while performing your next offhand parry or special attack. Okay, I got like the special attack thing or bob there, but wouldn't you already not be taking damage if you're parrying and stuff? Oh, interesting. Yeah, that could just be like a good getting stuff over time thing. Like, just help with the grind, like, early on. and stuff. We gain more things. Oh, this isn't the fact that that unlocks carrying. I've always been able to carry. That just gives the option of, like, immediately picking them up, like, right from an assassination. I misunderstood that the first time. The slide. And if I'm playing super safe, that could be a good thing to do. Considering I'm getting, like, shredded all the time. Sure, I'm gonna get the assassin slide. Slide focus. Oh. Oh, and then I could hit, like, the weak points and stuff. That's kind of fun. Alright, well, maybe I'll try getting that here. So, hold on. Let's say I'm running. I slide for a while when I'm running, huh? Like, my goodness. So that's gonna knock people down now? And then when I get the next thing, I'll be able to, like... Can I aim right now, just not slow-mo with it? Nope. I can't aim at all yet. Yeah, I can't. But once I get the other thing, I will be able to aim. And it'll be in slow motion or something or other. And it'll be great. Speak to Pierre to fast travel to... Oh, why did it assign that one? I think that's the Siege of Paris DLC thing. So I'm probably not going to do that quite yet. Show me the Alliance map. Wasn't there another one that I accepted, but I haven't done yet? I think it was like... Wouldn't there be a dagger here for the ones I accepted? Wait, so did I do both of the initial ones? Like, these were the two initial ones? I thought that the two initial ones were this one, and, like, one here. And then I got, like, this one afterwards, and I was like, oh, I may as well get this one, because it's right next to Raven's. I honestly don't know what advantage having these friends gives me, quite frankly. If anything, apart from just, like, story advancement. So, like, I can go by power level, I guess, then. 150, 150, 115. So probably that rewards my longhouse goes up. Whatever that means. Same with that one. Supplies here. I don't know. Let's do East Anglia. It's the lowest power level. Everything is still a skull. I'm still horrendously underleveled here.
Those
But-
Dane invaders. They
Let's
came
see
from
here.
East Anglia, is that right?
Yes, Dane invaders who serve a man called Druid. He seems to be sowing discord among Saxons and friendly Danes alike. Years ago, the sons of Ragnar hoped to pacify the land. They appointed a steward named Finnir to find a suitable
Who am I
Saxon
kidding? I'm not
king.
going to use this for a
But the
thumbnail.
kingdom has fallen into ruins since, with no king and violent
Go to
raiders
OBS for a
ravaging
second
what
there.
little peace remains. I suggest you make for East Anglia and find out what their steward is doing wrong.
Okay, sure, I will pledge. Get stabbed. Territory pledged.
I will make the
New
trip
quest
east then.
Kingmaker.
Speak to this Finnir myself.
A good plan.
Okay, well. Confront the Dane steward. So, that is here, it looks like. Part of the tale of Thane Oswald. Yeah, so it's just a whole bunch of, like, tales along the way. A Fiend Out of Hell, The Legend of Beowulf, that's some DLC thing. Speaking of DLC things, I had a look through the stuff that was available with, like, Ubisoft stuff. Speaking of, like, stuff that's available. The whole weekly thingamabob that I gotta remember is in this game. Wait, unless I already did it for this week, and that's why it's grayed out. Because I did it at one point. I forget what the heck I got. But I thought I was about to refresh in, like, 12 hours the last time I booted up this game, or whatever the heck. Anyway, I was looking through stuff here, being like, is there anything that's semi-decent that I can use, like, the little starter stuff that they gave me? The answer is no. The only real things that can be redeemed for is things like a tattoo set, the small materials pack, or a couple options to reskin my Raven. That's basically it. So they want you to be like, I have a little bit, so if I just buy a little bit more, then I'll be able to get, like, the thing that I actually want. And I'm not doing that. I have no intention of doing that. But as I was looking through out of curiosity with that, here, if I just do that and then go here, I noticed that a bunch of these were listed as Ubisoft Connect. And so I did the stupid Ubisoft Connect thing. I went to that. And I got a bunch of crap now that I'm probably never going to use. Like, I forget which things they were. Like, a whole bunch of this stuff, I'm pretty sure, here. Like, it's probably some of this stuff. I don't remember. I'm not keeping track here anymore. So I got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to stick with my kicking sword for now, I think. Signed my runes onto that from the axe. I think they were still on the axe before. I got a bow that, this is what I was using before. This one has increased range damage when close to full health. And if I'm gonna try to be at, like, full health a lot of the time anyway, that's just, like, a free damage buff. So, like, maybe I'll stick with this little Ubisoft Connect thing now, or something or other. So, that's worth noting as, like, a new thing that I've got. I don't think I really did much else the last time here. Alright, well, I'll set a destination for here and start heading on over. Is what I think I shall do. Sounds like a plan here.